Well, someone get me off this volatile Bitcoin roller coaster. You want to go back to the legacy stock market where I'm lucky to get 1% annually a year. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning tea. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the winds ply. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni bringing the The FOMO index has dropped back down to 63 from yesterday's 70. Bitcoin dominance is 51.1%. 24-hour volume is 70 billion. The overall market cap is 1.39 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, pullbacks, they're like pimples in puberty. Nobody wants them, but before you can get to the other side, you're gonna get some, and there was no shortage of bearish pimples yesterday after a hardcore rejection at 37.9, followed by a textbook bearish engulfing candle. Price action continued down. Pimples end off, finding a bottom in a bounce at 35.5, then storm back, wicking over resistance briefly at 36.6, and as feathered down to time of production 36.2. Now the good news, my friends, that we're carving out higher highs and higher lows, maintaining the integrity of this upward trend, which means the bulls are still frisky while the bears are getting frigid, rinse and repeat. Now I'd be remiss if I didn't point out this cute little bear flag whose price probability plays out down to 34.1-ish, but let's keep our peepers on this ascending channel's resistance line up at 36.5. We want to get back up and over her today before we slip into our weekend slumber. Now over on the ding dong, you can see yesterday's candle cruised all the way down, wicking past the 20 moving average, but closing right at our ascending triangle support line. This is key and bullish because this triangle is a bullish pattern as long as we consolidate within it, which would eventually lead to a breakout up at 37.6. So I would like to see our weekend slumber mince words at this level, but close the candles above this line, because and I say if we break down and start closing the candles underneath this level, well, there's a high probability we'll retest this channel support way down at, oh snap, 34.1. Egads, that's the noisy little so-and-so's bear flag probability. And that's double word score on this bearish confluence. Quick look at the Wookiee. Sees our painted green price for this Sunday is up at 37K. And that would carve out our fifth green candle in a row. Is that a dad alert? Yes, it is. It seems we have a tri-delta gamma bearish confluence at that noisy little so-and-so's bear flag playout of 34.1, which is the ding-dong's channel support, which is, yes, this channel support line too, and heavens to Murgatroyd, also the 38.2% fib, so that's a quadzilla of bearish confluence. But really, at the end of the day, it's just a 5% hiccup down, which is no big whoop. And just because the technicals are all saying the same thing, we are in a bull market. So if And I say, if we do lose another 5%, there is an army of buyers chomping at the bit, ready to buy the F out of that dip. Before we know it, in the not-so-distant future, stacking some sats at 34.1 will seem like a fabulously cheap entry point. But you look at that, my friends, the sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day we're not guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock 'em dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leech. And that's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and it's Friday. So sing me out, won't you? I'll run the banks of boom dash bang. Whoa. Ching. Bottom selling, top buyer is what you've become. Started listening to the mainstream media in believing all that fun. You'll never understand what it means to have diamond hands. Now a bottom selling, top buyer is what you've become. You don't want to be a bear in a bull run. Good morning, everybody. It'll be another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. Monkeys are walking in my backyard. Anything. Oh, there's some sweet reverb. Anything can happen in this crazy old world. Bitcoin's down 3%, ETH 4%, Sol getting a little kick to the schnutz, minus 12%, 340 million. Liquidations in the long squeezian sea. BlackRock files another ETH ETF with the SEC. Come on now. JP Morgan coin could handle 10 billion transactions in 2024. But again, if I hear any of my employees even talk about crypto, you're fired. Singapore to trial CBDC in 2024. Always scary. This one was amazing to me. South Korea, now 12.9% of crypto market share. South Korea? How can that be? Very bizarre. Vivek Ramaswamy unveils crypto policy plans. So, in my description, I put the link to that video with Vivek and can't remember that girl's name, Leah something. I don't know. She's easy on the eyes, nice to look at. She does a video with him, and I was quite surprised at his take on things because you don't hear politicians make sense. You know, they're so out to lunch that you're like, are they even on the same planet? Did they even live in the same dimension as the majority of us? But even though he is a mega millionaire, so he doesn't really live in our dimension, it was strange to hear how pragmatic and normal his takes are. But again, I always feel like, oh, this is the dupe. See, I'm always duped by charismatic politicians that make sense because you never hear it. You know, they're very rare. You know, it's the same way how people are awestruck by a beautiful girl. They're rare, right? So when a beautiful girl walks by, it's like, whoa, what's that? So when a politician is actually speaking sense and logic, and it looks like maybe he has the right idea for things, it takes me, oh, what's going on here? And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is kabuki theater, and this is one of the characters that if you're not really paying attention to the election itself, or maybe you've fallen out of your belief in the illusion of democracy, well, here's one that can bring you back, get you back into the race. But I don't know. Anyway, I left the description, or I left the link to his video if you guys want to watch it later or this weekend. You can go ahead and click the link. I also left the link down for Duck Duck released a video of him playing New York State of Mind, which is a very hard song to play. For me, I always let Kyle play it because it's a chordy little so-and-so with a lot of high notes. But Duke does a really good job of it. The link of it is down in the description box as well. Crypto lobby spending outpaces 2022. I wonder who that crypto lobby is made up of and who would be doing that. Because I don't have any ideas whatsoever. Walmart, Earth Scum, Vivek Ramaswamy. Well, nothing's more sketchier than the dead body Biden that walks around and can't find himself out off of a stage. Like, if anything's killed or reinforced my illusion of democracy, it's that. But then again, we live up here in the Maple Curtain with Justin Trudeau. And so I think, well, everyone must think that he's just some sort of rich simping cuck kid from the trust fund that shouldn't be anywhere amongst the control panels. But then I go out and I have some conversations and people are like, what do you mean? We love Justin Trudeau. And I think, well, you're joking, right? Are you making fun of me? Or is that what's happening here? And like, sadly, there's so many people that are on the other side that I really don't know where to begin anymore when it comes to it. So I stay out because I don't want to even play the game. I don't think that it's a rigged game. We have 3 parties. Who cares? You have 2 parties. It's just, if you can't see it, if they think that they can settle everything with money, if you just pay more taxes, it's just such a crooked, corrupt, organized crime syndicate that I'd rather be what I've always been. A carny in the circus of life. I'm just there. I can let you on the rides. I can, maybe get you a corn dog from the twirly thing, but that's about it. Walmart warns on consumer spending. Well, now that's when you have to stop the presses. If Walmart's having a bad quarter, something's going on. And that's it. That's it for these news things. Anyway, Mad Faded Baby Justin is cool. Was awesome when he sees bank accounts that donated to the truckers. Yeah, well, believe it or not, including some people in my family, Mad Faded Baby, were like, they were happy. They were happy he did that. And I thought they were joking because I always think that I'm like, you're joking, right? He took away their bank account and he sees their Bitcoin. I don't even know how they did that. They're like, yeah, they were. Those truckers were a nuisance. But we're talking about people that, sign them up for the next medicine that's coming out. They'll wait in line. They can't. They still, to me, that's the most amazing thing, that they're still on that hill thinking that that's okay. They haven't seen anything. They haven't seen any of the data about possible negative effects of taking certain medicines. I don't know. As far as that's concerned, I don't know what to do. I mean, you can't save them all. So, did Matty just get us a corn dog wrapped in cotton candy? Cotton candy. I can't believe that's even a thing. Duke wanted to have it. We had this thing called Tinkertown, which is like a little kids fair or circus or whatever, or exhibition, I think it's called. Anyway, he wanted some cotton candy. I'm like, there's no way on God's green earth that this dad will ever buy you cotton candy. You should do that with your mom. I think she actually likes cotton candy. He also sounds like a fun guy with that plane and all, Sarah S. in California. Yes, they're CNN watchers. That's true. Some of the family members that they keep their cable because they want to watch the news. And again, I think they're joking. Like, you're not keeping your cable. Why are you keeping your cable? For real? They're like, for the news. Like, that it's silently awkward. I'm like, okay, well, I probably get out of here. I think so. Look at this 4-hour chart with our helper, Das Peach. So I think we are up here yesterday, just scooching around this resistance. And we said, hey, we don't want to break this resistance because if we do, there's a high probability that we will probably go all the way down and test support. We didn't quite get there, but man, that's pretty close. It's a very healthy wick. That which once wicked will get candlesticked. And so we did make a little attempt up above support, got rejected, and now we're kind of building. I'm okay that we're building up here because that 4-hour chart, let's go down here, set this up. That little bear flag plays out 34.1, which is it's on a fib too. 1.618. It's almost like the reverse 61.8% fib. I always call it the 61.8% fib anyway. So if we can maintain this build out here and not go back, there's a good chance I will just pump back up and then we will negate this bear flag, just like we negated this bear flag. Remember, we built there for 12 hours just sitting there, then we exploded up. But as you can see, it's the good thing. Here's the good news. We are just putting in higher highs and higher lows. That is your textbook upward trend. There's nothing more we can ask for. We have ups and downs. We're going to see them. That's what it looks like, just oscillating. We're way above the moving averages on this noisy little so-and-so. That's for sure. So there is that. We can put in our bearish chapeau if we really want to go there. On the ding-dong, I left the doodle in from yesterday. I said, if we continued bearish pressure, we should, come and maybe bounce off this resistance from our ascending triangle. And Lord love a duck if she didn't do just that. We wick down underneath the 20, but that's a wick. And then we popped up and we actually closed the candle right on this level. It's so bizarre, isn't it? And I think what we saw here, was it yesterday we were talking about the bearish divergence on the higher highs, higher lows on the RSI. Was it yesterday or the day before? And now, when you see a candle go down like that, that isn't necessarily negative divergence. That is more of a, there's bigger fish frying in that one, because you don't see negative divergence, boom, red candle. That's almost the bearish engulfing candle. There's a little more. It has part and parcel. Is it due in part at least to the negative divergence, bearish divergence? I call it bearish divergence. Some people call it negative divergence. I call it bullish divergence. Some people call it positive divergence. Either way, it's really the three things that I look for in a chart: negative, positive divergence, support and resistance, and then, of course, my beloved Fibonacci's. Das Peach, where is this level? Is it a Fibonacci? Yes, it is. Look at that. It's a 78.6 fib. It's really, it always is bizarre. It never doesn't amaze me when these things hit these lines. That's why reading a chart, if you can just get rid of some of the noise with all the indicators that people tend to put on. It's noisy right here, even with just the RSI, the MACD. This is the RSI, relative strength index. This is the MACD, moving average convergence divergence. These are the fibs. It's still noisy, but it's relatively clean if you just follow these fibs. So the video today was maybe we can just move up this resistance line. We're going to head into our weekend slumber. I just put on reverb now. Did you guys hear that? Or every time I put on reverb, is it not coming through? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter anyway. Just like back here, look at we following, mad respect to this ascending triangle support line. So what are we going to do? I would like to, this candle close above and just, Saturday, Sunday, close the candles above. I do not want to close it below because there's a high probability that we can come down to, look at that double word score, 34.1, which is also the ding dongs bearish flag play out, which is also the Wookiees support channel as well. Look at that, 34.1, 38.2%. It's like a script that writes itself sometimes. And I'm always surprised as well. Like I said this a couple days ago, I don't make up the story and have this grand arc. I just start from the 4-hour chart, I move to the daily, and then I finish on the Wookie. So when they all line up, I'm almost as amazed as anyone who would be watching it, thinking, how can they all line up there, even with a quadzilla? That's 4 bearish confluences at 34.1. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It just means that it could, and that there's a lot of confluence at that line. But we are in a bull market. Anything can happen. It's Friday. Maybe we get some information on that ETF. We have all those options expiring, 1.3 billion options expiring. We should see, it should get a little noisy pretty soon. So who knows? It's cool how the fib is so universal. Even in nature, says Mad Fabbed Baby. That's right. It is the law of the universe. Siggity 1.8%, the goldenest of golden ratios, the Siggity 1.8% fib. Now, it's Friday, which means it's the live piano bar tonight. The biggest and the best live dueling pianos on YouTube. And I say this as a caveat. Even if we're at 5 viewers, it's still the biggest because we're the only one doing it, save for this piano bar in Hell's Kitchen in New York. But it's really bad sound, really bad visuals, and I don't think it's live. So we are the only one live. We had a great turnout last Friday. I think Dave Digital, did we hit 60 again? I'm not sure. I can't remember if we did. But we've been cruising in the 40s and the 50s, and that makes Kyle Mack and myself 2 happy live streamers for sure. So if you have nothing to do tonight, please join us and pump those rookie numbers up so we can maybe, I don't know, we should shoot for 80. What do you think, Dave Digital, Sarah S? Should we shoot for 80? Maybe that should be our goal. Crack 80. Tell all your friends. Tell a whole bunch. Do you remember that one? Tell all your friends. Tell a whole bunch. I just had a hippopotamus for lunch. What's that from? Zoodles? I think. Is that a thing? Zoodles? Tell all your friends. Tell a whole bunch. I just had a hippopotamus for lunch. I think that's Zoodles. I don't know. Andre P., what's a Gen Xer to do with all these sheeple? Oh, I know. Hodl Bitcoin and watch pianomattyb. That's right. Gen Xers, it's funny. I run into them now at the piano bar because it's really the only place I go. And we do have a kinship because it's almost like we can look at each other and go, it's crazy as all this stuff is going on here. Nothing is crazier than our feral childhood. We all grew up learning how to cook at 5, walking to school at 5, no one walking us to school. It's all a cakewalk for us Gen Xers. Josh Yale, I'd come to the piano bar, but I'm slightly banned from Canada. Wow, long story. Getting banned from Canada, that'd be a difficult thing, would it? Maybe. I'm not sure. With Justin Trudeau's crazy, his crazy rules now. So Dave Digital, I'm looking, dude. We moved the Saturday views, I think, from 38ish to 50ish. Yes, yeah. We were cruising in the 40 and the 50 zone. So that's a nice double from TV Babies Eat All Your Fish. That's right, we are TV Babies. I would watch Three's Company. At 4:30, and then we would watch this thing called Video Hits at 5 o'clock with Samantha Taylor, which was our version of MTV. Sadly, she died in a house fire 20 years later. And then I would maybe watch Cheers as well. I'm 7 or 8 at the time, so. Christopher, good morning, everyone. ETF now could be blown off sell the news event. I've retraced 32, and the ETF could be quite strong push from there. Yeah, well, I'd be surprised if we get past 34.1, if we even get to 34.1. But if we do, just to quickly take a look at this again. That 34.1 on the Wookiee here, Das Peach, if you can put that arrow up for me, is right here. So 34.1 would be breaking down from our channel. I mean, I use the word channel loosely because basically I just wanted to differentiate ourselves from this ascending channel that we broke out to. And now there's low volume area all the way up to 40K here. So I'm kind of surprised that we haven't hit it. I think the next massive pump will probably get there. But we don't want to drop below 34.1 because if we do, well, maybe we will hit that 32. Where's 32K? Well, it's 32K is almost at the Siggity 1.8% fib level. So, we love to check that box. What is it? 31.8 is the 61.8% fib. So, keep that. Doesn't mean that it doesn't mean, oh man, I shouldn't have said 61.8. It got us a thumbs down. Fibonacci's meowing. Now listen, I haven't been talking about the likes because Duke has the day off and he doesn't have school and he's kind of under the weather. I mean, it's been building up. He's been fighting this cold. So I just thought I'd let him sleep today. Although, yeah, no, I haven't heard him walk around. So we're just going to let the little gaffer, the little Dickens sleep through this. But I appreciate all the likes and the shares. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you have a great Friday and Saturday. If I don't see you at the piano bar, even for just a check-in, you just pop in, say, just checking in, pianomattyb. That would be great. If I don't see you there, I will see you Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
I fell more than at the top, couldn't stop myself. I fell more than at the top, now I'm down low. I should have held court till resistance became support. I should have held court till resistance became support. Everybody jumping off a bridge, all my friends were doing drugs. Everybody's cracking beers, who the heck am I to judge? I feel most I shouldn't care, but influences everywhere telling me I'm missing out. Drinking on their offer boats, I couldn't take it. I fall more than at the top, couldn't stop myself. I fall more than at the top, now I'm down a lot. Hey, Scaramucci's the cat. I should have held court till resistance became support. I should have held court till resistance became support. Now I'm beating myself up again, lamenting on the sheep I met, and take away the pot I piss, and I know I still wouldn't listen. Any of you what they wanna ape and well, just let me one. Don't give yourself a heart attack, wait for the price to pull back. Don't fall more in at the top, couldn't stop myself. Not fall more in at the top, now I'm down a lot. I should have held court till resistance became support. I should have held court till resistance became support. From all in at the top, couldn't stop myself. I fall more in at the top, now I'm down a lot. should have held court till resistance became support. I should have held court till resistance became support.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it. Yo, Jim, where you at? Yo, Jeb, I said, where you at?
I took a minute now, I'm at the better end of all of it. The day I wanna quit will be a bit I wanna swallow. Cause I'm in it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when you're under with the bottom. And it's stacking up against you with a pity, but they gotta give a nod to me. I'm running with the best and they kinda make a profit off of everything you told me was impossible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm something incredible? Look of a general, hit him with the end of a shovel. They wanna forget it, I put them on the ground and I get up and open up the pit of my stomach to remind I am insane. I am insane. I am insane. I am insane. Took a minute now, I'm at the better end of all of it. The day I wanna quit will be a bit I wanna swallow. Cause I'm in it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when you're under with the bottom. And it's stacking up against you with a pity, but they gotta give a nod to me. I'm running with the best and they kinda make a profit off of everything you told me was impossible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm something incredible? Look of a general, hit him with the end of a shovel. They wanna forget it, I put them on the ground and I get up and open up the pit of my stomach to remind I am insane.